chat with Glendora, a show for living right. A chat with Glendora makes your day so bright. Words of inspiration, jokes to make you smile. Come relax and chat with Glendora for a while. A chat with Glendora, a show for living right. A chat with Glendora makes your day so bright. Words of inspiration, jokes to make you smile. Come relax and chat with Glendora for a while.
Hi folks, you've heard of the TV show 60 Minutes? Well, the name of this show is 30 Seconds. The next time you go to the supermarket, will you bypass the meat counter and go to the frozen food cases and load up your grocery cart with veggie meats? Hamburger, chicken, turkey, ham. 89 years old, no doctors, no medicine, and my cat is vegan too. Hi folks, computers are in the Bible. Eve said to Adam, "Do you want an apple too?" The next time you go to the supermarket, will you please bypass the meat counter, go to the frozen food cases, and load up your grocery cart with veggie meats? Hamburger, chicken, turkey, ham. 90 years old, no doctors and no medicine, and my cat is vegan too. Hi folks, it's Glendora. I regret to inform you that tonight's meeting of the Clairvoyance Club has been canceled due to unforeseen circumstances. Folks, the next time you're in the supermarket, will you bypass the meat counter, go to the frozen food cases, and load up your grocery cart with veggie meats? Turkey, hamburger, chicken, ham. 90 years old, no doctors, no medicine. And my kitty cat is vegan too. Hi folks, it's Glendora. A man went into a restaurant and said, "Is the chef in?" And the waiter says, "No, he went out to eat." The next time you go to the supermarket, bypass the meat counter, go to the frozen food cases, and load up your grocery cart with veggie meat. Hamburger, chicken, turkey, ham. 90 years old, no doctors, no medicine. And my cat is vegan. Hi folks, it's Glendora. A man wanted to join Paranoids Anonymous, but they wouldn't tell him where they held a meeting. The next time you go to the supermarket, bypass the meat counter and go to the frozen food cases and load up your grocery cart with veggie meat. Hamburger, chicken, turkey, ham. 90 years old, no doctors, no medicine. And my cat is vegan too. Hi folks, it's Glendora. A man went into a restaurant and said, "Is the chef in?" And the waiter says, "No, he went out to eat." The next time you go to the supermarket, bypass the meat counter, go to the frozen food cases, and load up your grocery cart with veggie meat. Hamburger, chicken, turkey, ham. 90 years old, no doctors, no medicine. And my cat is vegan.
Oh, here it is.
Hi folks, it's Glendora. A man wanted to join Paranoids Anonymous, but they wouldn't tell him where they held the meeting. The next time you go to the supermarket, bypass the meat counter, go over to the frozen food cases, and load up your grocery cart with veggie meat, hamburger, chicken, turkey, ham. 90 years old, no doctors, no medicine, and my cat is vegan too. Hi folks, it's Glendora. A man said, "If I ever have to have a heart transplant, I want the heart of my boss. It's never been used." You need menu ideas this week? Gardein, sweet and sour, porkless pork, Amy's, no cheese pizza, and Morningstar Farms, veggie bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches, and corn veggie chicken. Scrumptious, I promise. Hi folks, it's Glendora. Did you hear about the sign in the restaurant window? Don't make fun of our coffee. Someday you'll be old and weak too. The next time you go to the supermarket, bypass the meat counter, go to the frozen food cases, and load up your grocery cart with veggie meat. Hamburger, chicken, turkey, ham. 90 years old, no doctors and no medicine. And my cat is vegan too. Hi folks. A man walked into a restaurant and he said, "Is the chef in?" The waitress says, "No, he went out to eat." The next time you go to the supermarket, bypass the meat department, go to the frozen food cases and load up your grocery cart with veggie meat. Hamburger, chicken, turkey, ham. 90 years old, no doctors, no medicine. And my cat is vegan too. Hi folks, it's Glendora. The famous author was asked, "What do you consider your greatest work of fiction?" And he said, "My income tax form." The next time you go to the supermarket, bypass the meat counter, go to the frozen food cases, and load up your grocery cart with veggie meat, hamburger, chicken, turkey, ham. 90 years old, no doctors, no medicine, and my cat is vegan too.
A chat with Glendora, a show for living right. A chat with Glendora makes your day so bright. Words of inspiration, jokes to make you smile. Come relax and chat with Glendora for a while.
Hello there, hello there, hello there. And how are you today? This is a chat with Glendora. And Gregory Charles Washburn is my teleprompter.
Yes.
He's helping me see. Now, a chat with Glendora has gone through many metamorphoses. Many. The most recent one is that a chat with Glendora is giving its spin on Christianity and really on all religion. It starts out with Matthew 7:11, where Jesus Christ says, "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you." Hi, Greg.
Hi, good morning, sir.
How are you?
Oh, very good, sir.
And that would be the same thing that Christ said, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love your neighbor as yourself." These things didn't have meaning to us. They are not things that we can really see readily. Then it went on to love. Love. Just love everybody. Does that have a meaning to you? Does that have something that you can latch onto, that you can understand, that you can perform? Not really. And then finally it goes on to God and what is God and the whole universe and nature and all that. But does that stick to you? Then it goes on to helping others. Now you begin to see what God is. God is helping others. We begin to understand that God and Jesus and helping others are synonymous. They are interchangeable. And you can apply it to everything that's in the Bible, and you can apply it to all the hymns. Take, for instance, "Holy, holy, holy." What is holy, holy, holy? Helping others. "Merciful and mighty." Who is merciful? Glendora's merciful. Why? She makes more mistakes than anybody else. What is mighty? Helping others. You understand that God, Jesus, and helping others are synonymous. They are interchangeable. Now we've got something. Now we're happy. When we are helping others, we are happy. When we are helping others, we are successful. When we are helping others, we are fulfilled. Then we have the words allness, onlyness, wholeness, oneness. They all apply to God. God is only. There's only God. There's only one. The whole is God. You know what? In the past 2 or 3 weeks, there comes another dimension to helping others. Guess what it is? Doing it together. We all help others together. Now we begin to feel something really good, don't we? Well, guess what? In the last few days comes another dimension. Not only are we helping others and not only are we doing it all together, but we're having so much fun doing it. And that's the whole thing. Helping others all together and having the fun of doing it. That's our spin on Christianity and on all religion. That's all you need to know. What's the big sin? The big sin is selfishness, ego, separation. We're all one together. The soul that's inside of you is continuous with the soul that's inside of the next person, and so on and so on. It is continuous. But when you try to separate it, then you lose it all. That's what Adam and Eve lost in the garden. The serpent says, come over here. You can be better than anybody else. You can be smarter than anybody else. You can have a bigger car. But the serpent can't deliver. There's no happiness there. I think the Beatles, John Lennon, he said it so aptly. It isn't there. They had fame, they had money, they had all these things. They thought they had everything, but they didn't. They didn't have the oneness and the allness and the wholeness. What else is our spin on Christianity? Well, it's pretty good. I ought to write this all down one day and give it to you in a more orderly fashion. But I am so happy to be with you. We always start out with a Bible passage, and this one is 2 Corinthians 8:4. And Paul says, this is the Spirit of the Lord. What is the Spirit of the Lord? Now you know, you tell me. Helping others all together and having a good time doing it. That is the Spirit of the Lord. And then Paul's lesson is, where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. You remember that, Greg? You wrote it down for me? Where is the Spirit of the Lord, there is liberty. Where you are helping others, doing it with everybody, and having a good time, there is liberty. And that's the only liberty there is. Everywhere else is enslavement. But you are affranchised. You are made free. You have the liberty. Now, our hymn for this week, for you folks in Queens, our hymn is Do, re, mi, fa, sol. I need thee every hour, most gracious Lord. No tender grace like thine can peace afford. We need thee, oh we need thee, every hour we need thee. Oh bless us now, our Savior, we come to thee. We come to thee. Greg, do you remember any of the jokes for this week?
Oh, the jokes for this week.
I remember one, the man says, vacations are no problem to me. My boss tells me where I can go, my wife tells me when we can go.
Oh, yes.
No, I got that backwards. My boss tells me when I can go, and my wife tells me where we are going. And knock, knock. Who's there? Fortification. Fortification who? Fortification, this year we go to the mountains. And vacations are pretty funny. You leave home, you drive You stay overnight at a motel, you get up the next morning at 4:30 and you look for a sign that says home cooking. What else we got for jokes, Greg?
Here in the notes, we have, there's one that says, yeah, maybe you said it already, it says Maine camping. And,
Oh yes, this camping party was hopelessly lost in the northern woods of Maine. And they wandered around for hours, folks. Finally, one of them got up enough courage to say, "You told us you were the best guide in the state of Maine." Hey, yeah, I am. But right now, I think we're in Canada.
Maine camping. And then home cooking, you told home cooking one, you told that.
What's the next joke?
Oh, it says tide.
Yes. The man says the summer resort I went to was so dull that the tide went out and it never came back.
Tide. Alright. Yeah, the next was Hawaii.
Traveler, how do you pronounce it? Hawaii or Hawaii? Native, Hawaii. Traveler, thank you. Native, you're welcome.
Let's see. It says here, snow Atlanta.
Folks, what happened the first time it snowed in Atlanta? The natives thought it was an explosion of grits.
Snow Atlanta. Then gave the bride away. It says gave.
I don't see anything so funny about that.
Gave the bride away here. It says.
Man spends $6,000 on a wedding, and they say he gave the bride away.
And all right. Then the next is hand over her mouth.
Oh yes, the auctioneer says sold to the woman whose husband has his hand over her mouth.
And then the next is it says clothes live long.
Oh yes, this husband says he knows that his wife is going to live a long time because she has a whole closet full of clothes that she wouldn't be caught dead in.
Oh yeah. And then the next here is it says earthquake research.
Yes.
Earthquake research.
Do you hear about the husband who said about his wife that she would make a good earthquake researcher? She's a good fault finder.
Fault finder. And then it says last word.
My wife, I always let my wife, the man said, have the last word. And his friend says, you're lucky, mine never gets to hers.
And last word. And then no overdrawn checking.
Honey, you've overdrawn the checking account again. No, dear, you underdeposited.
Overdrawn, underdeposited.
My teleprompter's really slow, isn't he? Can you speed it up, teleprompter?
Yeah. Then it says have in common.
Oh,
Have in
yeah,
common.
a woman says the only thing that my husband and I have in common is that we were married on the same day.
And yeah, I see that. Then there's words. Do you want to go?
Words, okay. Afraid. Listen to this. Afraid means aghast, timid, timorous, a habitual and constitutional lack of courage. And then it also means commonly contemptuous, but I don't know what commonly contemptuous means. Do you? The next word is aggregate, and that means to gather into a cluster or a ball. We are a cluster or a ball. We are one sphere. We were all inside of it. And we are not particulars. We are not gathered. Somehow we're cohesive. Adhesive means the pieces are stuck together, but cohesive means they're all like that. And I cannot for the life of me explain that to people. I feel it, I know it, but I can't get the concept across. Help me.
Okay, aggregate, we did that.
The next word is aggrandize. That means to make great or greater in rank or position or honor. Is there another word there?
To make great or greater in power, rank, and wealth.
Power, rank, and wealth.
That's aggrandize. This is aggrandize.
Not unless we're all go together. Don't you try to do that alone. Don't you try to be greater than somebody else in power, rank, or honor, or wealth. That's not what it's all about. If you think you're better than somebody else, well, you're not. You are no better than anybody else. We're all together, we're all one, and we're all on the same plane. And we're all working together. And we're all having a good time doing it. Don't you try to think you're better than anybody else. That is misery. You be happy. You stay together. Helping others, working together, and having a good time doing it.
Okay, you got that one.
The next word, aggrandize.
Okay, I did that, I guess. The next is aggravate.
Aggravate. It means to make worse or more offensive. Right? Read it
Yes,
to me, please.
To make worse or make severe or more offensive.
Yeah, to make it worse or to make it more severe or to more offensive. And then the last word would be
Let's see, aggregate. Yeah, there was okay, there's two here that are similar. Like we went over aggregate. Aggregate. I think you did that before.
no, we didn't. We didn't.
We didn't do that, or
We did agglomerate, but we
yeah.
didn't do aggregate.
oh, agglomerate.
Yeah. What's aggregate?
Aggregate is
It's to take a bunch of particulars.
a collection of particulars into a mass or sum.
Yeah. We are not a bunch of particulars. Somehow or rather we're all one. As I say, the soul that is inside of you is continuous with the soul that's inside of the individual next to you, and next to you, and next to you. Where is that song? What is the soul? It is the God that is inside of you. And the God that is inside of you is inside of everybody. Amen. Is that all the words?
Yes. Yeah.
Then we're through our lessons for the day.
Words.
Folks, my husband gave me $1,900 and I bought 75 commercials on Channel 10 Albany and Fox 23 Albany. This is broadcast TV. This is not cable TV. This is broadcast TV. And those 75 commercials are going to run for 7 weeks. This week of September 10th, and the last 2 weeks of September, and then in October. And we are to reach 180,000 people. And the impressions is 500,000. What's an impression? You take the number of times that the commercial plays by the number of times. What is it? It's the number of people reached times the number of times it's played. And what is a commercial about? Go vegan. Go vegan. We just made one about a half an hour ago, and I'll do it for you. Hi folks, it's Glendora. The famous author was asked, what do you consider your greatest work of fiction? And he said, my income tax form. The next time you go to the supermarket, bypass the meat counter, go to the frozen food cases, load up your grocery cart with veggie meat, hamburger, turkey, chicken, ham. 90 years old, no doctors, no medicine, and my cat is vegan too. You've got to stop this cruelty to animals. You've got to stop paying for it. Every time you put money down for meat, you are paying to have an animal agonized. The poor darlings. And all they want to do is to be your pets, just like your cat or your dog. They just want to be friends. So, like yesterday, the vegan commercial was on at 9:24 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 3:30 p.m. Today is playing probably now. You have to have cable TV to see it. No, you don't. No, you don't. Get the channel directly if you have a digital antenna. Gregory, anything happened this week that you want to tell the folks? How are you doing with your file transfer protocol?
Oh, I think very well. I think everything's rolling along, and the shows are being submitted and uploaded, and that's all going very well as far as I can see. Yeah.
Gregory, do you know how we've been receiving from Chatham, that would be Spectrum Public Access TV, our shows are being sent back to us?
Uh-huh. In Chatham?
3 packages of our shows have been mailed back to us, 3 packages of DVDs.
Uh-huh.
What are they doing? Are they closing down? Are they firing everybody? Are they cutting back? Are they cutting out public access? Well, they wouldn't dare do that. Public access is law. I found out what's happening.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah. Chatham is now hooked up with Rochester and taking the programs by file transfer protocol.
Oh, are they really?
We don't have to send in any more DVDs.
Chatham?
All we have to do is send our program to one of Chatham's stations, one of Spectrum stations, and we choose it to be Newark, New Jersey. Gregory sends our 4 programs for August. He sent them there to Newark, and they appear on the server, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then all the other Spectrum stations, like Albany, Binghamton, Buffalo, Jamestown, and now Chatham, can go up to the server and just pick the program off the server and put it over their cable station.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's a new thing going on. So, you know, did you know that last week, or you didn't know that last week?
No, I just found it out yesterday.
Oh, did you?
And I'm exhilarated.
Oh,
I thought it was bad news, and it's good news.
Oh, okay.
We don't have to do any 2-hour Chatham shows anymore on DVD.
All right, so okay.
You know what that means, Gregory? That you can go now to DVD recorder number 7 and DVD recorder number 6, and you can put Kinderhook on there for 2 hours, and that other TV station we do for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I forgot who it is. And then then you can go here, 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 and here, and you can do West Hartford, you can do Quincy, you can do Hudson, and you can do, who's the other one? Anyway, you can do them all at once.
2-hour shows.
You can do the 2-hour shows the same time you're doing the half-hour show.
Oh, yeah?
Why, that saves something like 3 weeks' work.
Yeah, it saves some time, so yeah.
Instead of doing 40 dubs on DVD, folks, we can just do 4. The master. What a saving. What grand technology. Now, there's a lesson in here. The lesson is this. These are our brothers and sisters who worked this all out. They are the ones who experimented and tried and thought and figured and calculated. And they came up with this technology. Look at the difference it makes. And we love our brothers and sisters for doing it. It's all of us together. We're all, I would like to say we're all partners, but that again makes us look like particulars, and when we're not, we're one. But we can say we're all one partnership, and that one partnership is God, and that one partnership is this great big sphere we were talking about. Okay, how much time do we have left here, Gregory?
Oh, yeah.
I would say 6 minutes, am I right?
Yeah, a couple minutes, yeah.
Couple? I see 6.
Yeah, I see about 5
Okay.
minutes or so.
Now, Greg, we did a good lesson on this.
Okay,
We did it very well on this week's. Now, here is the Alumni magazine of American International College. Would you go to this bookmark? Do you see it? It's green. Last week you couldn't find it. Go to that green bookmark. There you are, and read that
yeah.
class note, would you please?
Sure. Okay. Yeah. I got
Thanks,
it right
itty
here,
bitty
so-
buddy.
All right.
Go.
Just read the class notes. Okay.
1950, the class of 1950.
All right. AIC class notes. 1950s. Glendora Folsom Buell, class of 1950. Host of A Chat with Glendora, the longest running public access program in the United States. Was a featured speaker at a symposium, Utopian Potentials and Media Realities in April of 2017. Over her nearly 50 years as a television host and producer, Glendora has used video capture and distribution technologies from the Portapack, which she first used to cover community events, to YouTube. And that's what they tell in here about you there for the
Is that
class
the end of
notes. Yeah, that's the end of it. Yeah.
Now, who wrote that? I don't know who wrote that, but whoever wrote that, you did a very fine job. Everything you said is accurate, and you covered 50 years, you covered really 70 years, because I was in broadcast TV for 20 years before cable TV, 50 years. What is in here, honey? What's in this envelope? I'll take that for you.
All right. This is Wayne Collins' letter here about he sent you about.
Wayne Collins was a fan of the SS Glendora children's show. This is Chiefmate Wayne Collins reporting from Pittsfield, Massachusetts. That was a show that was a ship, and Glennie was the skipper, and all the little kids were chief mates.
This is some photocopies here from from the Christian Science Church here. I guess it's made some copies about.
Read it.
There's one here that he highlighted here was. It says enclosed are the May and June spiritual study guide reminders from the Joint Committee for Institutional Service in Massachusetts. Please feel free to write back with any thoughts or fruitage to be shared.
Thank you,
It
Wayne
says here.
Collins from the Christian Science Church, Pittsfield.
And it says he says he highlighted in here. It states it says Jesus, even in the most crucial moment of his days here, was teaching us how to forget self and laboring for mankind. It wasn't about him, his hungering, his sorrows and pains. It was always all about forgetting self, putting the Father first, giving himself to the Father. It was proved to him and through him to us that he could trust the Bible even to make his final statement and put himself in his Father's hands before resurrection. Then it goes on, so what can we do to forget self and laboring for mankind? We can follow Jesus' example and use the same source of wisdom, inspiration, and strength that he used. We can always trust the Bible as our guide to overcome temptations, to provide self and put God first, to do nothing on our own, to speak nothing on our own, and let the Father who sent us command us what to say, what to do. As Jesus did, we all can be inspired and guided by the Bible and forget self in laboring for mankind, to find access to the heart of humanity, as Mrs. Eddy says in Miscellaneous Writings. It states in here, and then that's...
Well, that's excellent. Thank you
That's
so
it.
much for reading that, dear. That is
That's
very
it.
important. That's just what we were saying. Isn't that great? Isn't it time to go?
Yes, I think it is, or yeah.
Okay.
On one camera there. Here we go. So here's the material there we got. So, alright.
So go turn off
I'm gonna
Queens.
sign off for now.
Goodbye, Queens.
Alright,
We will continue with our other stations who don't care how long the program is. That's why I like public access. Bye, Queens.
let's see. Okay.
Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Ghost, as it was in the beginning,
Alright.
is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen.
Alright.
Amen.
Okay.
Thanks, Greg.
Alright.
Thanks for doing all the things I can't do anymore.
Yeah.
What's going on here, dear? What's that? Tell me what that is, please.
This is the older, some of the old Bible quotes. from
What's the
before.
beginning? I'll tell you if we've done
It
it.
says Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20 to 21. Ephesians.
What's the verse?
It says, now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or
And
think.
who is that? That's our God. And who is our God? All of us.
And it goes on, that was 20. I'll read it again. Now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think. Unto him be glory in the church by Christ Jesus throughout all ages, world without end. Amen.
Glory be to the Father. And we are doing exceedingly well. And things are getting better and better and better and better. I don't care what anybody says. All the gloom and depression and this and that, and it isn't the way it used to be. We are getting better and better and better and better. Were there any women on the Supreme Court in 1910? 1920? 30, 40? Now there are 3 women on the Supreme Court. Do you have to pay a poll tax anymore? Do you have to pay a poll tax to order to vote? You're given the right to vote. What happened to the poll tax? Things are getting better and better. Would you tell the folks what this is?
All right. Do you want that back?
Yeah,
or
we've
the,
done that one.
All right. This is the new Bible quote here up at the top. 2 Corinthians chapter 8 verse 2. It says how that in a great trial of affliction the abundance of their joy and their deep poverty abounded unto the riches of their liberality.
See, in other words, they had affliction, but they had an abundance of joy. They had deep, deep poverty, but they abounded in helping others. We did that last week. That's
Yeah.
good, honey. Thank you. Look at these babies. They just want to live and have their life the way you do. They just want to have their families. And look at the cruelty that comes upon them and the filth. Living in feces and urine. Dirt, dirt. And then people eat them? No, no. They just want to be pets. They just want to be pets. Okay, Greg?
Alright, we're still moving along there, so, okay. We're going.
Tell me what I've got here, hon. What do we have here?
Alright, well, this is
The Ten Commandments?
Yeah, that's the Ten
Oh,
Commandments.
Greg, you
Yeah.
read those so well.
That's the Ten Commandments right there. Alright. So I'll read I'll go over these. These are the Ten Commandments written in language so that children can better understand it. And I'll show it to you right now. There's the Ten Commandments right there. All right, number 1 is love God more than you love anything else.
Love helping others more than you love anything else.
And don't make anything in your life more important than God.
Don't make anything in your life more important than helping others.
And then number 3, always say God's name with love and respect. And then number 4, honor the Lord by resting on the 7th day of the week. Number 5, love and respect your mom and dad. Number 6, never hurt anyone.
Including these lovely animals.
And number 7, always be faithful to your husband or wife. Number 8, don't take anything that isn't yours. Number 9, always tell the truth. Number 10, be happy with what you have. Don't wish for other people's things. And that's number 10. That's number 10 right there. So.
Amen.
And then that takes care of that. So.
Thank you.
All right. So we have that.
What's this, baby?
Did you want that? Did you want that right there?
You put it down on the floor where the
this
other
is the,
things are. You want to read it again?
All right. No. That can do it. Yeah. This is the. Let's see. This is the list of vegetarian and vegan meals. Meal choices here for vegan food items, I guess you could say. And it lists, these are some choices you can get. You don't have to buy the meat. You can buy
Hot
their
dogs,
other
hamburgers, fishless fish, sweet and sour porkless pork, turkey, chicken, meatballs.
It says hot dogs, leanies, chicken breast, turkey slices, a turkey smoked roll, salami, steaklets, Swiss steak, pork tender bits, tender rounds, meatballs, and bacon. Bacon here, and that's about it. That's on the list. All right, so and
Would you read a page? This
page.
is the Christian Vegetarian Society in Cleveland, Ohio.
All right. So, okay.
They find reasons why
Okay.
God thinks you should be vegetarian,
All right.
vegan.
Okay. What I'll do here is all right. It says here. Okay, it's gonna say. what does the okay? It says, what does the Bible say about meat? The Bible does not prohibit eating meat in all circumstances, but most Christians have easy access to a wide variety of healthful plant foods. Indeed, the Bible depicts a plant-based diet as God's ideal. In Eden, all creatures lived peacefully, and God told humans to consume only plant foods.
That would be Genesis 1:29.
Yeah, Genesis 1:29 to chapter verse 29 to 31. Several prophecies such as Isaiah chapter 11 verse 6 to 9 foresee a return to this vegetarian world where all creatures and a little child coexist peacefully. Accordingly, seeking this harmonious world, Jesus taught us to pray that thy will be done on earth as in heaven. Matthew chapter 6 verse 10. For a discussion of biblical passages related to meat eating, see allcreatures.org/replies.htm.
Allcreatures.org.
That's the website to look it up on here. It says, let's see here. All right, then does God care for animals? Genesis chapter 1 verse 21 and 22 relates that after God created animals, God blessed them and called them good. In Genesis chapter 2 verse 18 to 19, God made animals as Adam's helpers and companions. The Bible repeatedly describes God's concern for animals and forbids cruelty. Jesus said, "Blessed are the merciful," Matthew chapter 5 verse 7, "Yet no mercy is shown for nearly all farmed animals. Should not the golden rule, treat others as you would like others to treat you, guide how we treat animals?"
Oh, that's so good, Greg, thanks.
And
That's enough.
That's enough there, all right, so.
That's excellent. We could read that whole pamphlet, it's good.
Okay.
The whole thing that saying that we have dominion over the animals, that doesn't mean we have we boss them. It means that we have stewardships over these animals. Help them any way they can. Help them any way we can. That's what it means. It means stewardship.
Uh-huh. All right. And this shows, here, this is a notice, a Facebook notice here that for about Glendora. This was Glendora's alma mater, the American International College, wishing Glendora a very happy 90th birthday, which she celebrated this past May 1st. It says, AIC wishes Glendora Vesta Folsom Buell, class of 1950, a very happy 90th birthday. Glendora created, hosts, and produces A Chat with Glendora, America's longest running public access television program. We are very, very proud of you, Glendora. Have a healthy and prosperous year. They stayed here and they sent this, post this on their Facebook page. That was on that. So.
Well, Glendora didn't do it. All of us did it together.
And then there's a picture. There's a picture of you there. So.
It's all of us together did it, and we had fun doing it.
All right. And then this is the. Okay. This is the. Says greetings. Greetings from the Alumni House, spring 2018. They sent this to you.
Okay.
It says I am thrilled to introduce myself as the assistant director for annual giving at American International College. Although I just arrived on campus, I have already enjoyed many great experiences, and I'm getting to know AIC's culture and traditions.
American International College.
One of the traditions I have found most awe-inspiring and can immediately appreciate is the level of support AIC receives each and every day from alumni like you through annual giving. Your contributions as a member of the LEAD Society have a tremendous impact on our student body, and for that we are extremely grateful.
Very well stated.
And then,
What is her name?
oh, Sarah Monson.
Sarah what?
Her name's Sarah Monson.
Monson, okay.
Assistant Director for Annual Giving, American International College.
No.
And it says, I look forward to connecting with you and other committed alumni. It says that, so.
Folks, I have to tell you that a woman in Ohio received $500 cash from the North American Vegetarian Society for going vegan for 1 month. Excuse me, 1 week. And another person is going to receive the prize of $1,000 for going vegan for a month. And then there were $100 prizes for going vegan for a day. And this, Greg?
All right, yeah, this is the, this was sent out by the North American Vegetarian Society last year.
That was
And
about, Vegetarian Day is October 1st, is that it?
Vegetarian Day, yeah, last year was October 1st was the World Vegetarian Day, the annual kickoff of Vegetarian Awareness Month in October, and this was the flyer for last year. And I assume they're going to duplicate that, and October 1st this year they're going to do the same thing, I would assume. So. And like she said, you were entered in a contest where you could win prizes with that. So, and this is the yeah. Do you want me to show that there?
Here's this sweet baby asking, what are you going to do to me? She's trembling with fear.
All right, we'll show it to the camera.
You're going to clobber me, you're going to hit me, you're going to kick me, you're going to put me into a smelly cart, and you're going to electric prod me, you're going to cut me all up into pieces.
Okay.
Billions of them. This is happening too. You've got to stop putting down money for meat eating. It's terrible for your health. And it's terrible for our world, our universe.
Okay. All right. And this is a copy of the American
Vegan Society.
The American Vegan Society magazine here. This is for summer of last year. This is summer of last year, and I'll show you the front page of it right there. And okay.
And what is this, dear?
And these are well, these are, I guess this is a letter from some letters that were mailed to you.
Oh, good. Letters? Okay, that's our correspondence.
Yeah, some letters here that were mailed to you. There's the.
This is the Glendora Vegetarian Club and a chat with Glendora.
And yeah, some letters that were mailed to Glendora here, like many thanks for your kind contribution to the First Church of Christ Scientist, Pittsfield.
First Church of Christ Scientist, Pittsfield.
Yeah, and you donated to the church, and they sent you this card and thank you card and letter here, saying thank you very much for your contribution.
Read it. She wrote it beautifully. She's a beautiful
she says,
writer.
Dear Glendora, many thanks for your kind contribution to the First Church of Christ Scientist, Pittsfield. We appreciate your generosity. Your support encourages our continued commitment to sharing God's love. With gratitude, Jennifer
Swoop.
Is it Jennifer Swoop?
Isn't that her name? Jennifer Swoop?
She's the clerk at the First Church Christ Scientist, Pittsfield. So, And
Oh.
then there's another one here from Joe Cronin here.
Oh, yes. Let's
Says
read that.
says hi. Dated July. Hi Glendora. Hope all is well with you. Just a short line to let you know that your program is alive and well.
Long Island.
On Long Island, Babylon. It is shown on
Channel
Wednesday
20.
afternoon and Thursday noon. I do hope we will see your commercial on Channel 10, WTEN Albany. Take care, be well, talk to you soon. Best regards, Joe Cronin.
Bless you, Joe Cronin. This is North American. Whoops. Would you show him that picture, darling?
Okay, all right. Yeah, this is promoting a Vegetarian Day, October 1st again. All right, so.
Now, how could you hurt anything like that? Such a sweet creation. And eat it? Boy.
And,
Last night, Gregory, you weren't here. The Mormons came. The missionaries from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And we said a prayer together. Where is the camera, Gregory?
right there, right
Oh,
straight
right here?
ahead. Or right by the light. If you look near the light, that's where it is, right there.
Oh, okay.
By the light, right ahead, so.
And we prayed together. One of them, they give up 2 years of their lives to be missionaries. And they go door to door. And I think they deserve so much credit. I think all of us should do the same thing. Go to door and talk about God and pray and work together and help each other and have a good time doing it. And I gave them $10. Oh, we don't want any money. Oh, I like to give money to churches. And they wrote me a receipt, and I put it on your desk to enter into the books.
All right.
And they asked me what we did on television, and I told them exactly what you've just seen. The Bible passage and the hymn and the jokes and the words. Well, I think we have done a pretty good job, for once, on passing the good word onto you. These things come in across our desk, and we think that you would be benefited by them, so we try to pass them on to you. You can have the last word, Greg.
All right. Well, it's the beginning of Labor Day's just passed, and according to the calendar, this is supposed to be the fall season starting, and I wish everybody. Hope you had a good summer, and get prepared for the more brisk weather which might be coming. And thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you very soon. There's for the next time. So, all right. Okay.
A chat with Glendora, a show for living right. A chat with Glendora makes your day so bright. Words of inspiration, jokes to make you smile. Come relax and chat with Glendora for a while. A chat with Glendora, a show for living right. A chat with Glendora makes your day so bright. Words of inspiration, jokes to make you smile.